timber door to the entry appears to be quite okay. There is some evidence where termites have been into this detail, and one needs to be aware that we've got the termite damage in that framing. According to the moisture meter, we've actually got termite activity in those areas. As we come across, those moisture levels drop off. So there would be ongoing termite activity to this area. Not worth opening up that timber at this stage, but certainly a termite treatment or a localised termite treatment is considered necessary. Damaged door frame, we do have a line detail, and the timber framing in that area more than likely would also be. So just coming back and looking in this opening, we actually see that we've got termite activity. There's a bit of latex on the termites, so therefore that indicates to me that they are Coptotermus aciniformis, and we see these workings coming down the door frame and all these hollows in that framing detail. Not common practice to actually get that all opened up. Really a bait box needs to go onto that activity so we can control the nest or eliminate the nest. Areas of damp to the lower level, and now that is a rising damp in this instance, and it comes up to approximately 400 mil off the ground. So basically you've got your damp course set a couple of courses above the finished floor level, and then the thickness of the render is extending that damp up slightly. Really an area that you're always going to get some degree of damp, simply because the damp course is set higher than the finished floor level in this instance. So we look at these cabinets. In the rear of the cabinets, again you get that damp coming through those walls. These areas are simply poorly ventilated, so some degree of deterioration occurs obviously. Internal stair is a closed tread timber stair with or undetermined material of stair with carpeted coverings. The void under the internal stair certainly contains stored items, a lot of damp in this area, and a very heavy musty odour at this point of time. And you can actually see on the walls that you get this fungi that grows, and you really need to ventilate out such a detail. Now, with all the stored items and the bit of damp that occurs in this area, we do see the evidence of termites, and quite significant termite workings. We can actually see how they've come across from the cardboard box and across to the wall. At this stage, in this instance, there's no termite activity, but very interesting to sort of look at it, how it bridges across into the cardboard, and they've been going for the cellulose of these stored invoice pads or whatever it is in the cardboard boxes, and quite a lot of termite activity has been occurring. I don't want to interfere with that, all these termite workings, because that is going to have an ill effect on future termite control. As we come along behind all these cardboard boxes, we've got areas where the termites are fully active. We can see right down where we've got all that termite activity, and in this case they're Coptotermus aciniformis, quite a classic example of the termites. And we can see those spiders really going full speed ahead to get across to the termites and try and pick them up, because they really are a favourable species in that sense. So right across the flooring we see all those termite workings. It is a concrete slab on ground with concrete stair, so the structure itself and brick walls, the structure itself in this area is not getting affected, but certainly we get all the trails going up. Also in this area there's a lot of casement moths. They are it just simply indicates that no pest control's been done in this area for quite some time. Casement moths essentially are a fabric pest. So the surrounds of the entry lobby are the brick walls, just linings over the top of the entry door, and obviously those areas would have the termite damage. And then we've got this door into the lower level retail area. Once again, significant termite damage observed to that door frame, and the hinge is completely pulled that loose, and we can see the fluting of the termite workings, and that door frame obviously will need to be replaced in the future. So looking thermally at those areas where we get that moisture coming through or that moisture staining occurring, I certainly can see that the source of the moisture is ongoing, and we've got moisture in those ceiling tiles as we speak, and those leaks do need to be resolved, and it is that moisture that is attracting the termites in the first place into the dwelling as such. So coming into the rear area of the loading dock area at the rear of the lower level, again we find areas where we've got the termite activity that is occurring into the timber framing, and these timbers are completely hollowed out, and we see the flex. I'm not going to break those details open at this stage. So timber frames go right up to the soffit of the upper level, and you've got to realise with the timbers that termites can gain concealed egress right through those timbers and then find their way through the slabs. In general terms, they only go around the edges of the slab and not actually through any of the slab unless there's substantial cracks. Rear stair detail to the parking area at the rear is a closed tread concrete stair, and we've got formwork that's been buried in since the time of construction to the base of that stair. Really good idea just to get that formwork removed. It is a bit difficult to get it out, but eventually getting it out would be prudent. Just timbers that could potentially attract the likes of termites as such. Okay, coming right up into this corner to the rainwater head where it connects to the downpipe. Really no evidence of current moisture penetration to that area, obviously. Plumbers have done a fair bit of work in that instance. You do get the condensate to the underside of the box gutter detail. That is a bit of moisture, but that is a condensate rather than an overflow. What I suspect the ongoing moisture issue is actually this condensate pipe from the air conditioning that connects into this detail and really needs to be resealed, and that's probably causing a fair bit of moisture to those lower areas and where we're getting the termite activity occurring. Within this roof void there is a lot of accumulated leaf litter, and that's a real concern. That one can contribute as a fire hazard and really should be cleaned out in an appropriate manner. It does indicate that the wind does get in under the roofing around the guttering, and flashings are not ideal for that sort of leaf litter to accumulate in this area.